A few detergent bottles all lined up. This isn't where they're usually stored. Let's collect them for now. Looks like the door was pried open. While everyone else was trapped in the hallucination, the thief must have opened it and stolen the suitcase full of scraps. Such a meticulous shift schedule. Totally Granny Rags and Jenny's style. All the important checks and confirmations are supervised by the two of them, so it's unlikely anything went wrong.
Looks like if the shifts had been normal, the thief wouldn't have had any chance to steal the suitcase.
So that's why they spiked the dawn's first light, taking advantage of everyone's hallucinations to steal. This thief must be very cautious. Here's a crack, but it's so narrow, even a PC probably couldn't get in. Seems like there aren't any other clues at the scene. Momo, let's ask nearby witnesses. Maybe they saw something.
I can't believe it! I would never take that fabric, even if it was for the greatest experiment the world has ever seen! Once I give my statement, I'm going straight back to the lab to check on my beautiful fabric.
Hello, Gordon. We really appreciate you offering to help us with the missing suitcase investigation.
Of course I'll cooperate. That was just any old ordinary fabric. I can't believe that thief didn't leave a single scrap behind.
As the cloth inspector, did you check the scraps? Find anything unusual?
Those scraps were nearly full to the brim with whim. Great materials for experimentation. My work may be paused, but my new ideas keep piling up every day. But there is no soul left within those scraps. Even I am not able to stitch them together into a full body.
Hey, those scraps are from a PC! Don't you think your ideas sound a little distasteful?
I haven't lost myself to craziness. I'm simply telling you my findings. I examined them thoroughly. The culprit was incredibly careful, leaving no clear traces of a weapon. All I can infer is that the cuts were likely made with scissors.
Scissors are so common. It'll be hard to narrow down. Gordon, did you see anything else unusual this morning?
Nothing at all. I applied the Dawn's First Light detergent and went to see Jenny. My job was done, so I could finally get back to my experiments. I didn't pay any attention to scraps of cloth drifting past. Wait, I do remember passing the barrel home and seeing a PC that I didn't know arranging the venue. I'm certain they were orange. They were shouting nonsense, but I didn't pay attention. Now I realize it was a warning. Terrifying inspiration was about to flood in, and I would be drowned by crazy thoughts.
An orange stranger that was setting up the venue. That must have been Leora. Which means when Gordon saw her, she was already in a state of hallucination. And the barrel home is far from here. Even if the poisoning wasn't severe, she couldn't have made it in time.
So, Leora wouldn't have been fast enough to make it there in time for the suitcase theft. Good. Good. That's one more innocent PC to rule out.
Thank you, Gordon. No further questions. I hope your experiments go well back in the village.
Ugh, so frustrating! Not enough fruit juice, and I lost my rhythm.
Calm down, Squeaky. Could you tell us a little more about what happened this morning?
I got poisoned by the detergent.
Hallucinations swirling out of view? As for the PC who stole the case, no clue.
It's fine. There might be clues in your hallucination. Tell us all about it.
Trying to remember. Let's see. Pressing juice with all my might, the fruit, it goes flying. What a sight! The fruit bag sprouts arms and legs, scurrying and scampering around in fright. The bag. It said its stone tree no longer had hanker fins, no matter how deep the water was.
This hallucination, I honestly can't tell if it's supposed to be literal or abstract.
But a bag with arms and legs, and it could talk. That's basically a PC.
That makes sense, which can only mean that Squeaky probably saw the thief at some point. Quick, what else did you see? The more detail, the better.
I shared the stage with the Sovereign of Sexy and showed off the art of juice pressing. But that sack screamed so loud, I completely lost the rhythm. The crowd ran away in fright. The other sack lost its fight. Fruits tumbling left and right, spilling all the juice that night.
Don't be sad, Squeaky. All that juice, it was just a hallucination. What happened to that loud PC afterward?
It kept floating, upside down and round, but where it went, I never found.
This is really strange, Nikki. Why would the thief move upside down? Could it maybe have something to do with how they committed the crime?
I've got no clue. Let's go ask some other potential witnesses.
Oh, Silvergale, I've made a disaster! I worked so hard to stack the crates all neat and stylish. Now it's all ruined. I don't know how to fix this now. It's such a mess.
Hello, Belford. Did something strange happen over here?
No, nothing strange happened. Except me. I was a strange one. When I got poisoned, I completely messed up the cargo. And of course I was transporting the trendiest super-duper poem detergent. Oh, if only I hadn't thought this Dawn's First Light detergent was the trendiest thing those PCs in Sichia had never even glimpsed. I went and slathered on 3 whole bottles at once.
Oh man, you really got poisoned, huh?
But I gotta say, not every PC gets a chance to see hallucinations as fashionable as mine. I was striking a pose on a catapult seal, when suddenly, boom! 2 red suns lit the sky, with a huge orange one too! The Stoneheart burst into crackling fireworks just for me! And that scent was otherworldly!
Well, hallucinations can be like that. Nothing surprising.
There's nothing here that connects to the missing suitcase. So, have you seen any PCs around this area lately, acting suspicious or mentioning Madame Julie's suitcase?
You're asking the right PC. I've been delivering loads and loads of detergent recently, and I pass by here all the time. Not sure why, but that so-called center stage star from Sichia has been pacing around here. He's muttering to himself so theatrically that his fabric looks wrinkled. Is this just what passes for trendy these days?
Was it Leon? Maybe he was caught up with mourning again. Probably best not to imitate him right now. Thank you for the information, Belford. Momo, let's question some of the other witnesses.
Nikki, let's report both of these scenes to Jenny first. Maybe we can look at all the facts and figure out a new lead together. The Dawn's First Light prep area, the site of Benny's attack, the missing suitcase scene, we finally investigated them all. Wow, I am exhausted. Does it always take this much hard work just to uncover the truth and solve a case?
Well, Momo, now you know. Being a detective isn't easy after all, huh?
Thank you. Once this is all over, I'll tell everyone in the estate about the heroic deeds of our two great detectives. And the estate's resources are always open for you to use.
Of course, Jenny. Anytime. We really want to catch the suitcase thief, too. Besides, the investigation wasn't fruitless. We uncovered plenty of clues. Let me think. Let's start from here. Though the method of the poisoning was clever and doesn't directly pinpoint the culprit, it does still have one tiny flaw.
The misplaced crates!
Right. Every PC in the abandoned district holds the Silvergale in high regard. According to Alan, no one would dare put the Silvergale wreath in the wrong place.
Yeah, even if they're not estate staff, no one would casually break the abandoned district's traditions or disrespect the Silvergale.
So it's just like we suspected. The outsiders from Sichia are the more likely suspects.
Right now, there are half a dozen guests at the estate who come from Sichia. You two must know about them already. Our suspects must be among those 6.
Apart from those things... That Patchy PC is definitely suspicious. But apart from Benny's testimony, we don't have any solid evidence against her yet.
And she's so skilled, we haven't even been able to catch her for questioning yet. Also, we couldn't understand what she said. Interrogating her could be pointless.
True, but her skills actually make me less suspicious of her. If she were the thief, couldn't she have knocked out the guards and taken the suitcase right then?
That's right. If she was so strong that even Miss Nikki couldn't handle her, ordinary PCs from the estate wouldn't have stood a chance.
Causing large-scale chaos with poison would be unnecessary then. Still, this is all just speculation, not proof, so we should still keep her on our suspect list. Apart from those things... The suitcase was the thief's real target, so the missing suitcase is the key event. Based on the shift schedule we saw, the thief acted during the chaos caused by the poisoning. We questioned several witnesses at the scene. No one saw anyone suspicious, meaning the thief only had the chance during that short time when they were all hallucinating.
Yes, and by the time Miss Nikki finished questioning Tommy, the theft was already over. By then, Granny Rags had already noticed that the suitcase was missing.
That short time frame helps us rule out a few of our suspects, like Tommy and Colleen.
Oh, they were tangled up with each other earlier. Nikki and I interrogated one of them, and Pommy took the other away. It couldn't have been them.
Exactly. Also, according to Gordon's testimony, Leora was poisoned on the other side of the Ripple estate, so she's off the suspect list for now. And as for Benny, judging by the state Colleen and Pommy found him in, he was unconscious all along and couldn't have done it.
Wow, you're right! This really narrows down the suspect list.
This means that only Mr. Leon and the mysterious Patchy PC had the opportunity to commit the crime.
Well then, because Miss Nikki, I mean Detective Nikki, thinks the Patchy PC is less suspicious, I'll represent Ripple Estate and invite Mr. Leon for a talk.
Is it finally time to nab the bad guy? Count me in!
Not yet, Momo. Jenny, these are just preliminary deductions. If we rush to arrest Mr. Leon now, we might alert the culprit. Or worse, harm an innocent PC. I think Momo and I should have a little chat with him first. He might slip up in the conversation and say something that matches the suspect that witnesses saw in their hallucinations. Yup.
So that's it. You all want to erase this misunderstood, imperfect, ugly me. But from this moment on, my art is no longer an act. It is existence itself.
Excuse us, Mr. Leon. Could we ask you a few questions?
An interview? I oblige.
You could call it that. We just want to ask what you were doing when all the PCs were poisoned.
Normally, I'd be by the window, watching the sunset. The break of day. You see, an artist's mind will always paint in a few more details that extend beyond reality.
Didn't you get a bottle of Dawn's First Light? Let me smell.
Oh, goodness. Wait. I remember now. I went to get my bottle of detergent, then headed back to the barrel home to meditate and to draw myself a bath. After all, I'm a seasoned artist from Sicia who once shared the stage with Juliet and Circe. I must stay elegant at all times.
In that case, you must have fallen into hallucinations too. Oh, if you don't mind, what did you see?
That has nothing to do with the case, does it? I was alone the whole time. I saw nothing.
All right. Please rest up, Mr. Leon. We'll go ask the others.
Wait! Those were just hallucinations. Nothing worth asking about, right?
Oh, but Palmy was awake at the time. Gordon has been deep in his research for many years, so he might have ways to stay alert.
Yeah, you're right. We'll be sure to ask every single one of them, and we'll question a second time, just to be sure.
Hold on! If I'm honest, that wasn't the truth. After washing myself using the detergent, I went to the suitcase storage area.
What for? Don't tell me you were up to something shady.
An artist's inspiration is not a dirty trick. I only went there to drown myself with sorrow after losing Julie, to give myself space to feel. As the scent of detergent lingered, I used those new sensations to reimagine the climactic scene of Act 7.
Mr. Leon, could you recreate the scene for us? Your art could really help our investigation.
Oh, but of course! I see the twinkle of true artistic yearning in your eyes. Now behold, Act 7 of The Fool's Submission!
Oh, Nikki, now you've never seen a live Siccian performance before. Mr. Leon, your show was amazing. Would you let me take a photo to remember it?
Perfect lie, then accept the raw truth I bring? Well, what is it? Do you not feel your hearts being moved by my words?
What a performance! He's so full of conviction.
And very helpful to our investigation. Looks like your shadow is an upside-down PC, just like the witnesses said.
What? Who dares desecrate my art? Attempted murder upon the artistic spirit! Was it that lady guarding the suitcase? Or that clumsy little rascal hauling all those bottles and jars? Could it be Leora? The tragedy of Sicia! A betrayal from a fellow country spirit cuts deeper than the booze of the crowd!
Whoa, calm down. Nope, it wasn't Leora.
But can I ask why you would assume it was her? Don't tell me that you saw her near the suitcase storage area at the time.
Of course! I had no intention of playing the harsh critic, but that scene was more absurd than any absurdist play in existence. Beside that stage, I so carefully set two bumbling performers, Leora and that clumsy rascal, came staggering out like little marionettes with their strings cut. And that lady, fiddling with the air, shouted the most profound line of the show. Juicing is art. I was about to ask her for advice when I saw a flock of sheep cast off their disguises and charge toward the curtains. I heard the audience cheer, "Welcome, dear colleague."
Sounds like that's when you started hallucinating, huh?
A very vivid testimony. Thank you, Mr. Leon.
Nikki, when we talked to Gordon earlier, didn't he tell us that he saw Leora near the Barrow home? So who's lying here?
It's Gordon who's lying. Also present at the scene back then were Squeaky and Belford. Belford mentioned earlier that he saw 2 red suns and a big orange sun in his hallucination. If that's referring to Leora's red glasses and her bright orange hair, it all makes sense.
Right, but then why would that experiment-obsessed guy give Leora a false alibi? He doesn't even know her.
Who says he doesn't? Momo, let's follow him and see if anything is out of the ordinary. We just have to be careful not to alert him.
I can't believe that Gordon would help a PC from Sichia cover up evidence.
They must be hiding some kind of shared secret. If we ask him directly, he might not tell us anything. We should be sure to tail him for a while first. He's really trying to avoid the others. Where is he going?
Shh! Nikki, let's follow quietly. If we could snap a photo of them secretly meeting, we'd have the evidence to confront him. Nikki, don't get too close. We don't want them to catch us.
They really do know each other. Once it's daytime, we'll visit Gordon and ask why he lied.
Nikki, what are you doing here?
I have a question for you. What exactly are you doing here? Why did you give false testimony for Leora? Tell me, what's your connection to her? And to the missing suitcase?
I don't understand what you're talking about. I would never fake experimental data, and I would never falsify evidence. I examined the fabrics seriously, just as Jenny asked me to. They were full of whim, very interesting. Great subjects for experimenting. After I applied the Dawn's First Light detergent, I saw a PC arranging the venue at the barrel home. You say it was Leora, so then it was her.
Ugh! This fluff bag's tougher than I thought! Nikki, let's hit him with the evidence! Tear those lies to shreds!
I don't understand what you're talking about. I would never fake experimental data, and I would never falsify evidence. What are you showing me this for? If it is nothing important, leave and stop getting in the way of my experiments. Only crazy experiments can create crazy miracles, you know? I don't understand what you're talking about. I would never... I examined the fabric seriously, just as Jenny asked me to. They were full of whim, very interesting. Great subjects for experimenting. What are you showing me this for? If it is nothing important, leave and stop getting in the way of my experiments. Only crazy experiments can create crazy miracles, you know? I examined the fabric seriously, just as Jenny asked me to. They were full of whim, very interesting. Great subjects for... After I applied the Dawn's First Light detergent, I saw a PC arranging the venue at the barrel home. You say it was Leora, so then it was her.
Mr. Leon doesn't seem to agree with that. On that day, he also saw Leora. Except, it was near the scene of the missing suitcase.
What? Could such a coincidence actually occur? This is a disgrace to my experiments.
Before Mr. Leon started hallucinating, he recalled seeing Leora appear there, which is pretty far away from the barrel home that you mentioned earlier. I don't think Leora can split herself in two. She couldn't have been in both places at once. So, who did you actually see? Or maybe you never saw Leora that day at all. Maybe you just wanted to give her a fake alibi.
Why should you believe Leon? He may look crazy, but he's not truly crazy. He just rambles on about meaningless art. No matter what he says, I didn't lie for her. I don't buy data with insignificant trends, and I don't lie for a PC I don't even know.
This should be more than enough to prove that you and Leora do know each other. Who knows how long you've secretly been in contact?
Impossible! The data is flawed. It can't be like this. It can't be!
Stop denying it. Why are you hiding your connection with Leora? Why risk giving her a fake alibi? Why are you disrupting our investigation? You'd better have a convincing explanation. If not, I'll have to hand you and Leora over to Jenny and the others as the prime suspects for the missing suitcase. And for... the murder of Madame Julie! Miss Nikki, please don't trouble Gordon anymore. Leora...
You've been here the whole time? Tell us, what did you have up your sleeve?
I apologize for being deceitful earlier. Please allow me to reintroduce myself to you. I am Cersei,
one of Juliet's friends.
What? Juliet's close friend back home? The one who died in that accident? That's Cersei?
Yes, that's who I once was. Miss Nikki, allow me to share a story. One of Sicia from a century ago. It was the time of flowers before the storm, growth before ruin, an age of indulgence where everything was driven by the spotlight. A girl from Prosperville chased her dream of fame, stepping into the dazzling lights. Never expecting that behind the spotlight grew desire and power, just like a Threadstar costume, concealing the sewn-in corpse of another life inside.
You discovered what Threadstar was doing back then?
That's right. The dazzling facade was ripped away, and I witnessed the awful darkness lurking beneath, so I started my search. Naive, silly, call me what you'd like. I tried to uncover the truth myself, seeking atonement for my time spent in lavish distraction.
But you failed.
That was Cersei's fate. A wardrobe burned to ashes, and a vague, mysterious accident. Fortunately, there was more. Cersei left behind a Threadstar costume and a letter she had meant to send to Juliet, all hidden in a secret safe. Hundreds of years later, Leora was born from that legacy. Now in this body, I've reunited with my old friend.
Oh, Madame Julie met you in Sicia. That's the good news she wrote about. But what about the bad news?
The true evil of Threadstar still has not faded. Julie was nearly assassinated by its remnants, possibly because we knew too much about them. Luckily, we were together this time, so the two of us set a trap. The choo-choo train arrived in the abandoned district, and Julie
makes her entrance as a box of scraps.
Madame Julie, you're alive?
Darling, I may be old, but I've still got death beat. I won't go down before we catch Threadstar's remnants and avenge my little Cersei.
Don't get too excited. Don't forget, right now you're Threadstar's biggest target.
Oh, trust me, I'm well aware. They somehow think they still have me cornered, but that's all right with me. Faking my death is bound to turn the tables and smoke them out once and for all.
So, that box of fabric is...
It's my experiment. I'm infusing it with whim, mimicking Piecey's fabric. All part of the experiment.
Gordon really is a crazy genius, isn't he? This has all been the performance of a lifetime thanks to his brilliance.
My apologies, Miss Nikki. We didn't want to drag everyone into this plan, so we hid this from you. Gordon's false testimony was meant to divert your investigation away from me.
Well, I also owe you an apology. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'm just still processing all this. Given how complicated this is, I understand why you kept things secret. The one who stole the suitcase is very likely a remnant of Threadstar.
Precisely! My dear, you're a remarkably smart girl. You exposing this little scheme isn't a failure for us at all. Don't worry, we're not just sitting around eating bonbons. Gordon is helping develop a reagent to keep tabs on the suitcase, and friends from Prosperville are gathering the materials. The end of the storm is the prelude to a clear day.